On today's episode of the Casa News, there'll be Miss Rosic, sports, and going outside. All this and more.
What's up, Wildcats? It's Wednesday, and that means that I have another quick sports recap for you. Last Friday, we had our Oakland County Track Regionals, taking 4th place for our boys and 3rd place for our girls varsity teams overall. We also had a girls varsity softball game against Walled Lake Central, winning 12-4. On Saturday, our boys varsity baseball team split against Allen Park, and on Tuesday, our girls varsity lacrosse team had a regional game against Brighton, unfortunately coming up short. That is all for this time though, so stay tuned for our final sports update this Friday.
Hey Wildcats, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and going outside and moving your body can help your mental health. So, weather permitting, this Friday, we're giving students the opportunity to go and eat their lunch with their friends out on the track. If you want to do this, you can scan this QR code for the Google form, which is also in your student email. If you want to eat outside, once you leave the building, you'll have to stay out there until the end of your lunch. Hope to see you there, Wildcats.
What's up, Novi? This summer, high school students ages 15 to 19 can apply for a free Planet Fitness membership. This applies to the whole summer, so go get your membership.
What's up, Novi? GSA officer applications will be open, so scan this QR code if you plan to apply to be an officer.
What's up, Novi? ASTC is going to be having their last meeting this Thursday in room 106. You're going to be making Alka-Seltzer rockets, so be there, Novi. Also, they have officer applications that are due this Thursday. So if you want to be an officer, fill out the form. Have fun, Novi.
What's up, Novi? AMCC will be having their meeting on Friday, on May 30th after school in the Media Center, where they'll be having a guest speaker meeting. And on that meeting, they'll also be having a hackathon, where submissions are due on the 29th by 3 p.m. Sign up here to RSVP for this guest speaker meeting and fill out the QR code here to submit anything for the hackathon.
Hi, Cat's Eye News fans. You're probably wondering why a teacher is here right now. I really love Lunchables. In my pregnancy, I have been deeply craving these pizza with pepperoni Lunchables. I don't think these are not healthy. So we're gonna give these bad boys a try.
Love it.
Welcome back to Food Reviews. This Rosic's here.
You know when you're sick and you don't want to eat anything?
I completely relate to whatever you're going through. Okay.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
These are the pizza Lunchables with pepperoni.
7 people, so we might want to do
Now, we're gonna try them.
Is the baby like really fat?
Matt, you're crazy.
She's like 3.5 months old. Give her a break.
I'm just asking a question.
This takes me back to when I was in 3rd grade. Like, it's obviously not gonna be the best. For the price, I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, these are really good, honestly. They're just like the classic, the pepperoni pizza Lunchable. That's it. That's like elementary school right there. This is not a gourmet dinner. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Obviously, I am giving this a 10 out of 10. For about 2.5 months, this is literally like the only thing that I could eat, and it's so good.
Taste-wise, it's literally like the cold piece of dough in a box. The thing is, the pizza one isn't even the best one. Just because the popularity, I'm gonna give it a 7.
I remember eating these a lot, especially when I was a kid. They were really good at the time. I'm starting to realize just what they actually are. That weirdly looks darker than it used to. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I used to eat these all the time when I was a little kid. I give it maybe an 8 out of 10.
These are classic. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 because the taste isn't what they used to be, but they're still pretty good. This is the ham and cheese.
Now we're gonna try it.
I used to eat these so much. I would have these like twice a day for like 3 years straight. I'm not even kidding. I obviously got bored of these after a while. Silence! I'm actually gonna give this a 7. This is better than the pizza one.
This is terrible. When I was a kid, I didn't care that it tasted terrible because I thought this was like the peak of food. Also, I put like 4 pieces of ham in mine because they didn't want any. So, well, he didn't want any. I'm gonna give it like a 4.
I can't fully enjoy this because I can't have the cold ham. I just had the cracker and cheese, and for some reason the cracker tastes like a cracker you would get like at the hospital. I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 10.
I swear they used to put real Oreos in there. These cookies are not that great. Honestly, I'd rather just have more of the ham and cracker stuff than have a cookie. Matthew.
It's the brother chick.
I'm gonna give this a 7.5.
The ham looks like it's just different colored dirt,
This looks like something from Minecraft.
but it's good. I weirdly really like these. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
It's not amazing, but it's nostalgic and it tastes good. It's like a 7.2 right now.
The cookie definitely got worse, so I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, there's nerds in here. I forgot about that.
There's a nerd right there.
The F students are inventors. That's me. Miss Rosie, do you think the F students are inventors?
No comment.
This has so much potential.
This is a crafting table. This is the chicken dunks. LeBron James flavored. As a kid, this one and the cold hot dog ones were my favorite for no specific reason. I just really like hot dogs, dude. And also, you get a Capri Sun. I will give these an 8 out of 10.
Looks like a cold factory produced mystery meat nugget. It's actually pretty good. The texture's a little bit weird. I'm gonna give it a 7.
This looks awful, and the flavor's actually pretty good. The texture's like a wet paper towel that's wadded up. I'm gonna give this like a 6 out of 10.
I also want to point out that the ingredients list is so massive. I don't even think this is real chicken. And
It's like bone marrow or something.
and the way it feels is so weird. I'm gonna give these a 3.
On the Lunchables scale, these are good. I don't know why they have ketchup as the sauce that you dip it in. It's nice that it comes with a Capri Sun and some nerds. For that, I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10.
Why was the chicken wet? That's my only concern. Why was it wet, and why was the ingredients list a mile long? Because it's okay to eat, kinda. I'll give it a 3.5.
They do look repulsive, and they taste not like chicken. Cold chicken does not work very well. I'll give it a 4 out of 10 just because it wasn't as bad as it looked. Ham and cheese sub.
Yeah. Oh God.
This looks like it's straight out of a rundown gas station.
I've done this food review before. Now they're gonna try it.
No, he doesn't want it.
I don't want any.
I have eaten worse. I'm fine.
I have eaten worse. I'm sure you have, buddy. I've had this Lunchable many times. This is easily the best Lunchable of all time. I am going to give this a 9 out of 10.
Still can't have the ham, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't smell like ham. But I would give this a 4 out of 10.
Honestly, this one's pretty good, but on the Lunchable scale, and I need to specify, we've been rating this on the Lunchable scale. Like, objectively, these are all like 2s and 3s. It didn't taste too fake. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
I just wanted to disclaim, this does not come close to anything we've tried in the past, even the worst stuff.
I'd rather eat this than the pickle witch.
Really? Okay, first of all, those Cheez-Its smell so disgusting.
Not again. I'm not trying another bad cheesy chip.
Okay, just smell it. On the Lunchable scale, that gets a 6.5.
I do like the idea of these because the whole uploaded thing, it comes with a whole meal. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10. It tasted decent.
So these are another classic. They're delicious. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because it just comes with so much in the box.
These are the spicy nachos.
Dig in.
Well, you didn't even dip it in the thing.
The sauces look disgusting.
It's not bad.
I don't like sauces, but I did like the chips. They're a little stale, but other than that, they're pretty good. I'm gonna give those an 8.5.
The cheese and the salsa, they both look absolutely horrific, but they're actually both all right. The cheese is pretty good. Salsa is like meh. I would have this for lunch, so I've been giving it a 9 out of 10.
It looks very disgusting. I would not want to eat it. Tasting it though, pleasantly surprised. I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10.
Out of all the Lunchables, I actually like the nacho ones the best. And they're spicy nachos, which means they're even better. On the Lunchable scale, I'm gonna give them a 10.
I'm gonna have to agree with Ben. These are a 10.
Me personally, I have the spice tolerance of like a Victorian baby. So this hurt my tongue. I'd give this a 0 just because I can't handle spice.
They're very tasty. I'd give them a 10 out of 10.
Thank you for joining us for this food review of delicious, scrumptious, and somewhat disgusting Lunchables.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
My name's Jackson, by the way.
What's up, Wildcats? Do you want your story featured on the Cat's Eye News? Email us at nhscatseyenews@gmail.com. And remember, all requests should be in by 9 a.m. on Monday to give our journalists the time that they need to deliver you a quality product.
Hope you enjoyed today's episode, Wildcats. Be ready for Friday, which is our last broadcast. See you then.
It's Moose with the weather. The weather, I have no idea what the weather is, but I don't think it's bad. It's not cold anymore.
It's gonna rain at 11 p.m. Or 11 a.m. today. Yeah.
There you go.
And today is May
28th.
May 28th.
Wednesday.
It will rain on 11 a.m. today.
At 11
on
a.m.
Wednesday. Yes.
That's right.
Could we get a clarification? When is it going to rain today?
11 a.m.
That's right.